So it's that time of the year again. It's Christmas almost.
Yay.
And Black Friday is upon us. Soon, soon, soon. And this will be...
The crappiest Black Friday ever.
I mean, this is going to be a trash Black Friday. You're like, oh, I'm so excited. We're just talking about guitar stuff or anything else, actually, honestly. Why is it going to be a crappy Black Friday?
Because all your stuff is sitting on a boat in the ocean.
Why did we both derive so much pleasure? And like, I feel like taking a little mini torpedo boat and sinking it all. It's like, the Grinch Part 2.
We need like a little sub drone.
Yeah, like the Civil War one. Like we're like spinning like this like lever to do the propeller and everything. And
I don't want to be in that.
we
would die.
It's like an oak barrel.
Yeah, like, thank you for your service, gentlemen. As we just sink to the bottom. Yeah, sure.
Well, I mean, that's fine. There's not guitars. Yeah. No. There's not guitars. Like, so the reason this came up is that we started laughing because I saw like the Sweetwater and the guitar center, like Black Friday stuff announcing soon.
Yeah.
I started looking at all like the QCR amp is on sale. I'm like,
no, what?
I'm like, what's that? And what is this like purple thing? And what's that guitar I've never heard of? And I've heard of most guitars and most amps.
They're like, we had this warehouse full of old VCRs, so we made some mods, and now they're guitar amps.
Okay, so that would actually be tight. That would be really cool if there's like modded out VCRs.
Play your old VHS tapes and rock out.
My first amp was a stereo from Walmart that my parents bought, and I converted it into an amplifier. I blew it up, the speakers, but it's that was my amp. But no, so there's Black Friday is historically like the biggest sales day for retail of the year. It's sort of like how they've always, this is how you're going to do, and then how you do from Black Friday to Christmas is sort of like the most important part of what you can do.
Right.
I would like to think that, I can tell it from our sales, like, things have changed. It's not that way.
Yeah, I mean,
it's
just different, right? We kept waiting, sort of, after all the stuff that happened in the crazy year 2020 and some great, we thought, okay, anytime now, things are gonna die. We're gonna have our dead month. Nah, not really,
I don't know why. Like I don't know why I just started thinking about "Color Me Bad" when you said that for some reason. I was like, because it's one of my favorite bad bands ever, and that's a stretch calling them a band. But like, I don't know why.
We apologize to all you "Color Me Bad" fans out there.
I had the CD. I loved it when they sang at the Peach Pit on Beverly Hills 90210. Man, I'm deep,
dude.
I can go deep with like cultural references from the 90s.
It's amazing.
No, but it's a different year. So like so every manufacturer is like what they're trying to do now, because GC's stocks are like empty at the moment. Sweetwater's still struggling. Musician's Friend. Everybody's like, we're all trying to get gear.
That's across the board, right? That's not even. It's just
Like we're finally seeing like the fruits of our orders from prior. Like things are arriving. We're starting to get stocked up again. It's healthy and the hooks are good and the rooms are filling up. But these major sellers that really depend on that sort of lower price point, like quick sales, turn and burn, are having to find other manufacturers that have never been in the game before sometimes too. And so they're getting like a lot of these like sort of offbeat Chinese brands that, hey, we can build guitars because we used to build VCRs last week. Here you go. But then also like any of the weird stuff that's maybe, it might be a lot of B-stock stuff to that is going to be sold as non-B-stock, but as discounted Black Friday prices are coming to stores near you as well. So it's
interesting.
Because I usually do like Black Friday. Like, I think it's kind of fun.
Like for guitar stuff?
For everything, a little bit.
Just
like,
for fun.
I don't buy a ton, but like it's like, if you need to get an iPad, like you can get last year's iPad.
Yeah.
Cool, because like my dad is still using like Generation 2 iPad. Like he can't update his like Arkansas Razorbacks like apps. Like, why can't I do this? He doesn't talk like this, but it's fun to say that because he went to Arkansas.
Yeah.
He talks much slower. No, he's really tall and slow.
He's very tall.
He's very tall. He's 6'4". He played quarterback at Arkansas until he broke his knees.
There you go.
Went there in 61, 65. It took him 10 years to graduate, but that's fine.
That's okay.
He was in the accelerated plan.
Everyone has their own timeline.
Their own pace.
Their own pace. That's it.
No, so it's going to be a different type of Black Friday. It's not going to be, because Black Friday usually is like the stuff that the manufacturers want to clear out.
So do you think it's going to be one of those times where you're perusing your catalog, the internet,
yes,
and you're like, oh God, none of these are things that I want.
But you're still going to buy it.
Or I mean, also, I think it's kind of funny, right? When things, supply is sort of low, demand is really high, that usually doesn't bode well for just getting things with crazy deals.
It doesn't bode well for the consumer.
Right? So.
Like home prices.
Yes.
Are insane.
I don't know.
No, I think it's, there's been lots of future forecasting ordering that we all done as like sales teams and like working with our manufacturers, trying to get stocked for this. But there's really nothing they can do. The manufacturers have supplied us with what they can.
What they have, they can't.
And they're working at full tilt
right.
within parameters of not having a QC quality control disaster. Right. And we're still, we check out pretty much every guitar that comes through, and we have to go through it and make sure it's all right, because they're not right now. Most are, but every once in a while there's something a little bit off.
And they're usually really minor.
It's a quick solder, it's a quick screw here.
Right.
Somebody, when you get the guitar and you're buying a new guitar, not pre-owned, it should be as close to perfect as possible.
Yeah, agreed.
As a guitar can be, but I always call it a living, breathing piece of wood, even though it's not living wood anymore. But to me, it is.
It's neither living nor breathing.
No, so if you're out there Black Fridaying it right now, you got to think differently. You're not going to get the same sales. You got to look for those things you didn't think were stuff you really wanted. Like you might want a type of what do you call it? An attenuator. There might be something. It's the things that are not as high demand. There might be some sort of overstocks of that you might be able to pick up.
That's a good point.
Yeah, it's the oddball stuff, like the sort of a lot of the consumer electronic stuff is stayed at pretty close to on point, like the PreSonus, like any of that type of gear you want to get, like last year's model, get it. Get the 2-year ago flat screen TV.
Look, if you want to get your self-tuning Bluetooth capable capo. Now, I don't know.
That'd be awesome if there was I know capos can't tune, but I was like, I just want a Bluetooth capo.
What if it did?
I mean, or like the PRS tuners for the guitars. Those came out. They were announced 2 years ago, I think.
Yep.
I have not seen them yet. So those things are still not out. It's crazy.
Yep.
We've had them on order, but it's just that's the case of why you're not going to see Black Friday like you've ever seen it before. So don't expect to walk and be like, oh my God, just tons of Fenders. They'll be like the Fenders that didn't sell well, maybe.
Right, maybe so.
Like the GCs and the big boxes can actually buy up a whole lot of those because none of the independents really want to be saddled with them, and they're paying full price for them to get them, and then they're going to do blowouts to try to do customer acquisition again to maybe get you to spend more because they can make more margins on the lower cost products that they sell at a higher margin point, but they can churn and burn a lot more of that if they come in and get you to buy a $500 discounted guitar from $700 or so.
All right.
So it's a smart business tactic and customer acquisition again. They want to get you, hey, you're part of the team, which is a weird time for customer acquisition during the holidays because it's the hardest time to actually help people.
True.
Because you're so busy. That's my thoughts.
So do you think, is this changed Black Friday? It's turning into a whole thing, right? Black Friday, Cyber Monday, blah, blah, blah. Is it changed forever? Will we go back next year? What's it look like?
I think it's changed. I think we're such a different consumer than we used to be.
Agreed.
I think we buy so much more online, and and you're getting, because I have certain online sources that I trust.
Sure.
Like other independent shops and other things like, from bikes to cameras to guitars that I'm not buying from big boxes, but they have the same prices or less.
Yep.
Or lower. I apologize for my grammatical mistake. And they are fun to work with. And I can call them. I can talk with them and I trust them. And it's been, if you have a guitar that didn't work out like it, I can return it. And vice versa. If there's one that you didn't like from us, it's an easy thing. And it's not a corporate overlord that we feel.
Well, I mean, how much of Black Friday used to be based on the whole, that old outdated, retail price anyways, where you didn't have the internet and you didn't know what this little shop down the road was, what they had it priced at, and you didn't know what this shop had, and you didn't, you know what I mean? Unless you went there.
So much of it was,
right?
you get in line outside of Best Buy, and you wait, all the shops, you wait outside, till, it used to be they were going to open at 6 a.m., so you're sleeping there all night, which is, I think, just torture and mean. I do like a side note on Ross Creations on YouTube. He did this prank where he did Best Buys in Florida, and he would get all of his fans, hundreds of them, would show up at random Best Buys and camp out for no reason, and then they'd all go in and buy something. And the managers would show up and be like, "Why are you guys here?" He's like, "We're just excited to shop, man. We're super excited." And they're like, "Okay, we don't open for another." It's just great. Watch Ross Creations. It's a lot of fun.
It's committed right there.
It's going to be a YouTube channel you end up probably liking a lot too. So cheers to that cat again. I watch it with my kids. Probably shouldn't. But it's not bad. It's good. Especially when you have the hydraulic minivan. They pick up their niece or something at school. Another great episode.
Sounds good.
But no, it's like that's sort of the model. And now they kept ratcheting those hours earlier, so it's not like 6 o'clock. Now we're going to open at 12. Or now we're going to open it like even at nighttime the day before, because they want to capture those sales, because they know if they don't capture them, you're going to spend your dollars on the internet.
It's true.
And there's Cyber Monday that follows.
Yep.
And that's going to be the same as Black Friday. Kind of like there's just not as much stuff.
There's just not as much stuff.
There's not as much stuff. The prices to get your stuff over here is exorbitantly higher. The cargo rooms on the airplanes, it's taken up. They're sitting in the ocean. That's it. So I think it's going to change it, and we're going to sort of keep slowly changing. And
I think that's true.
that's the nature of the beast. That's my thoughts. I could be completely wrong. I thought COVID would last for 2 weeks too.
Flatten the curve. It's fine. No big deal. So there you go. Is that it?
Smart.
That's our thoughts on the old Black Friday. Have
That's
fun.
our thoughts, man. Like I'm gonna still get into it and sort of see what I can do. And I like going to Walmart and be like Teletubbies,
96-inch TV. That's
Cabbage
what
Patch Kids. Like I was like, there's a Cabbage Patch doll over there. I freak out.
Cabbage Patch dolls are
Those are
cool.
cool. Remember the Garbage Pail Kids?
Yes.
Ooh. Man, that's it. Take us home,
I don't
Jack
think I
Rob.
was allowed to have garbage pail kids. It's very sad.
Sinners.
It's very sad. Anyways, hit like and subscribe if you haven't already. Click that bell so you don't miss videos in the future. We'll see you guys next time. Thanks for hanging out with us.